Greetings and salutations, viewers. I'm StarPrincessHLC, and welcome to Prince of Persia, Warrior Within. I know I said I was going to wait a bit, but I just couldn't resist playing this one. This is the sequel to Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. Chronologically, in the 4 games that have come out at this point for consoles, this one is third, because Forgotten Sands actually takes place between Sands of Time and Warrior Within, but this one actually came out first. And I know this one a little bit better just because it's, despite the fact that probably is the least favorite of the series, is probably my favorite. This one takes a bit of a darker tone, as you can kind of tell by the rock music in the background. I believe it was Slipknot, or at least some fairly well-known rock metal band that actually did the music for this, as opposed to the soundtrack we heard from like the previous game and beyond. This is also the first time in the series where the voice actor for the prince isn't Yuri Lowenthal, but is Robin Atkin Downs, I believe his name is. He's done a bunch of different stuff, so... But this one takes a bit of a darker turn, as we shall see. And I'm gonna do this on easy mode just because I'm being a little bit cautious. It doesn't really matter as much in terms of the storyline or even anything about how difficult it's supposed to be. I just figured since we're doing a Let's Play, it's probably safer to go on easy mode, so that way we can get through it a little bit faster. And plus, I don't know how well the combat is gonna go because, unlike in Sands of Time, my controller actually does work to it slightly. It's not perfect. It's not like it just automatically plugs in all the things. I had to play around with some of the controls for it, but hopefully we'll have an easier time with this one than we did with Sands of Time with the keyboard and mouse. So we're already starting out the intro with a bit of a tense situation, aren't we? How is that dog still alive, by the way? It had bones and such sticking out of it. That dog looked like it was about to die, and now it just died again. Unless it was already a zombie, who knows? But yeah, imagine going from the very first Sands of Time all the way into this. Quite a juxtaposition. Considering this was PS2, the graphics still look pretty good, considering.
This storm shows us no mercy. We shall respond in kind. Reef the mainsail. Bring us closer to the wind.
Somebody's a little bit more intense than he was in the previous game, considering what happened. Uh-oh. Pirates! Maybe. I would assume pirates.
Ready your weapons!
Do we get a naval battle doing this? Oh boy! We can recreate Pirates of the Caribbean! Was that out at this point? I don't remember. Those don't look like normal pirates to me. Oh, hello. Ah, yes, I remember this, where this character gets introduced ass first. Pretty sure that ass ended up on GT Live, or GT4, back when it was still a thing. Yeah, GT Live. Yes, MatPat would totally do that. Not on purpose, probably, but... Guys, please. I have seen girls wearing way less in other video games. Trust me.
Kill him.
Oh boy, we're in it. Alright. But yeah, as you can see, this is a lot more brutal and darker than the previous one. Just by the fact that there's blood. Yeah, as you can see. Also fire effects. Ow. Ow, it hurts. But yeah. You can see how fluid the combat is now that I can actually use it properly. But also another little trick of this game.
How is this possible?
So much more fluid. Also,
Stop the intruder.
I can pick up enemies' weapons and use them in combat. So yeah, you can see the game is definitely a bit more fluid in this sense.
I will not allow you to stand in my way.
Yoink!
I will not allow you to stand in my way.
Haha! Okay, just making sure I can kind of figure out the button presses on this. It's not going to be perfect, obviously, but I'll try to do what I can. I always just remember, which button was it I used to get water? Which one was button 6? Ah, there we go. Also, you don't really have to hold the button as much anymore. You can just...
Help me with this.
Aha! But yeah, as you can see, you can do a lot more stuff these days. Whoop. Whee! So yeah, the prince is a bit more equipped than he was originally. Yeah, sure, just drink seawater. I mean, you just realize that you're in seawater. I just realized that after all these years. Yeah, I'm kind of in the ocean. I shouldn't be drinking that. Maybe he's found an immunity to drinking salt water. Who knows? Haha, Mythbusters proved you can't do that. No, not the generic NPC!
I grow tired of this.
Let's finish him.
Damn, yeah. As you see, he gets a lot more brutal as in this combat system now. Warrior within, everyone. But it is such a big difference from the first game.
You will never reach our shores alive.
For your sake, you better hope I don't.
Ooh, Mr. Edgy Boy here.
I have no time for this. You bitch!
Oh, he cursed! Oh my god! Oh, this is not the prince we met in the previous game!
This is just the...
Stop tripping me up, lady! Come on, Princey boy!
Call yourself a master swordsman?
Watch me!
It seems the Empress overestimated your abilities.
The Empress?
Excuse me? Not my sword!
The island of time.
Huh? But my sword got embedded in the boat.
The place from which the Maharaja stole the hourglass.
Oh.
And what if I could reach this island?
They say
That was
the
a weird
Maharaja
glitch.
found portals there, where one could pass backwards through time.
Back through time. To the birthplace of the sands. Something terrible happened when our army traveled to the Maharaja's palace.
You found the sands of time.
Worse.
Worse. I opened them.
I was tricked, but still.
Whosoever shall open the sands must die.
I was forced to kill those I fought beside. Those I had loved.
I killed my
But
dad.
now an unstoppable beast chases you.
For the first time in my life, I am afraid.
I don't know, I thought you were pretty afraid in Sands of
Will
Time.
die.
Oh, thanks.
I used the sands themselves to reverse time, making it as if the hourglass was never opened.
The beast, the Dahaka, is the guardian of the timeline. You were supposed to die, so it will catch you and see to it that you meet your fate.
It is better to try than to wait here for death.
Madness. Even if you manage to reach the island, you'll still have to face the Empress of Time.
I will travel back in time and prevent the sands from ever being made. If there are no sands, the Dahaka will have no quarrel with me.
Go then, my prince. But know this. Your journey will not end well. You cannot change your fate. No man can.
Thanks, old man. So yeah, that is the basic storyline of this entire game. Because of what happened in the Sands of Time, now this mysterious creature called the Dahaka is chasing the prince, making sure that he dies. If you recall, in the first Sands of Time, how many times during those little sequences where we were getting visions of the future did we see the prince die or fall to his death? That's what was expected of him. But because he did not die during that.
Gone.
Well, I'm using a stick now. Beware, I have a stick. Bad crows. You annoyed me the hell to other places. Somewhere Lantern is smiling. Because freaking birds. But I love the fact that my sword makes the same noise as if I'm putting away a sword. Or my stick, I should say. But yeah, if you saw in the original Sands of Time, during our little sequences right before saving, when we saw visions of the future, there were points where the prince died. Obviously, we prevented that, and now the Dahaka is trying to fix that. So in order to try and essentially stop ourselves from ending up in this situation, we're off on this mysterious trek to find the Sands of Time and stop them from ever being created, thereby changing our fate. So that the Dahaka will not chase after us anymore. Whether it will work or not is up in the air, but we'll figure it out as we go.
Crew. All are lost. I will find the one who did this, and she will pay
If you say so, Princey boy. If you say so. Ooh, chest. So yeah, you can actually find like different artwork and stuff all over the course of this game. I'm probably not going to find all of it. However, there is at least one thing I do intend to do eventually in this game. There is at least one secret ending. And that secret ending is in fact the canon ending, funnily enough, so I will be trying to get that. I may end up showing off the other ending just to show off, but we'll see what happens. Depends on how well I can remember where everything is. And here's our first save point. There we go. So, again, just another quick little tutorial. As expected, the same scenario of gameplay as last time, but since now we have controls of a controller instead of a keyboard and mouse, this should hopefully be a little bit easier to navigate. Oops. Let's climb up here. Kind of getting a feel of all the different controls from last time. And yeah, as you can see, it's a lot smoother now that I can use a controller. So hopefully I'll do better playing this than last time. But yeah, just the basic kind of controls of the previous game. A lot of it they did not change, which is a nice touch. They kept the gameplay fairly similar, with a few differences, obviously, to, like, say, the combat, obviously.
Finish him. Stop the intruder! Forgive my failure.
There we go. Also, let me just pick up a new weapon, because, I'm gonna need it. Alright, let's see, I'm up here, I guess. But yeah, obviously the big one being you can take enemies' weapons and use them against them. And there's various different combos you can do and during the course of this. I don't know how well I'll be able to pull them off, but I will try. At the very least, I will climb and do my best to get through this as best I can.